This is ASS Breaking News.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Good evening. I'm Brock Jurgedson.
And I'm Assman bin Liken.
And this is the ASS News Habibi Update. Starting off with our top story, comedian Chelsea Handler caused a stir this week when she posted a video about the joys of not having kids. We here at ASS News condemn Chelsea Handler in the strongest of terms, not for flaunting that she doesn't have kids, but for daring to identify as a comedian. Assman, we must issue a fatwa. Get the stones.
Every woman deserves a good stoning. Senator Dianne Feinstein's team issued a statement that the senator from California will not be running for re-election. When asked for a direct comment, Feinstein replied with, "What?" and then proceeded to kick a kid in the hallway.
Did she really say, "Now line up, you little shits, I'm kicking the one in the pink sweater first"?
Yeah, if you see that video right there, that's exactly what she said. And honestly,
Wow.
It made me like her a little bit more.
Based. 25-year-old Taylor Shabiznes attacked her attorney during a Green Bay, Wisconsin court appearance after a witness was a no-show to testify on Shabiznes's mental state. Shabiznes is charged with first-degree homicide after she choked her lover, decapitated him, and then put his severed head and penis in a crock pot for his mother to find. Terrible story, and we expect Shabiznes to have the shabuk thrown at her. But in the small chance that she beats the case, we ask that Taylor give us a call. We're desperately trying to find a bride for Mujahed Kobbe.
Absolute stud. And this just means she's single. Jad Kobbe deserves it.
They deserve happiness. It's Valentine's Day this week. Love is in the air.
Absolutely. Nikki Haley has been receiving criticism over using her middle name, which origin is Indian, with accusations of trying to whitewash her Indian heritage to get ahead in white supremacy America. In other news, Robert Francis Beto O'Rourke is a furry.
I say it fits him quite well.
I like the blue.
John Featherman checked himself into Walter Reed Hospital for the treatment of clinical depression. While his chief of staff has said that he's had depression on and off for a while, but this time it's gotten really bad. We actually had a joke about John Featherman that we wrote but never finished. So as soon as we remember it, we'll tell it to you. Tell it to you right here.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
CNN morning host Don Lemon said that GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley is past her prime, saying that women are in their prime during their 20s, 30s, and maybe 40s. And he said, just Google it. ASS News condemns Don Lemon in the strongest terms as women enter their prime when they're in the kitchen. That's a prime woman right there.
That woman's kind of hot, not gonna lie. And we're both gay.
Absolutely. I mean, you set that cycle in 60 minutes.
It's the longest that I've ever gotten a woman to be pleased. Anyways, speaking of gay, according to the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, otherwise known as GLAAD, more than 100 organizations and leaders issued an open letter to the New York Times demanding a stop to biased and irresponsible coverage of the trans community. In response to their open letter, which several New York Times contributors signed on to, New York Times management simply responded, and I quote directly, "Suck my fucking dick, you fucking queers."
Honestly, I would never expect to say this, but kudos to New York Times for standing up against those queers.
Especially because, hey, it sounds like he's challenging them to suck his fucking dick.
I love New Yorkers. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttplug blamed former President Trump for the disastrous train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, which was carrying toxic chemicals. However, in spite of his comments on the recent trail derailments, there's one train derailment he refused to shine any light on.
Man, that's really tough.
That was a huge story in Tennessee.
That's a train derailment that we all hoped would never come.
Habibi.